So, sir, recently we were discussing about shorts as a large subject, right? And I remember when you started video school about 3 4 years ago, you had a very strong view that shorts cannot be monetized and YouTube is mostly about longs. Today we are seeing a lot more brands adopting shorts as one of the formats to gain growth and to be able to reach out to more people. So I just want to know how your opinion or your view on shorts on YouTube, or for that matter reels on Instagram largely, right, or vertical format less than 60-second videos, how has that evolved before we go any further?
Yeah, so when YouTube started with Shorts, they started as a competitor to TikTok, and there was no monetization involved. And initially, there was a lot of overlap in between the Shorts content and Shorts audience, as well as your long form content and long form audience. And many people tried these Shorts on their main channels, and what was happening was the audience separation was not happening properly. So many people, because in Shorts what goes viral is very generic kind of content, and normally in long form what works is a very niche kind of content.
Okay.
So a Shorts audience is very different kind of audience, and long form audience is very different kind of audience. And when people started using Shorts, lot of short content users came to their feed, and they started seeing long form videos, and they were not interested in them.
Okay.
And that was overall kind of affecting the content on the long form.
Okay.
And was reducing the average view duration, and then it started hurting the channel.
Okay.
Then YouTube took note of it, and they decided to keep it slightly separate, and then they gave a clarification as well that now your short content is kept separate, your long form content is created separate. Yes, there would be subscribers who are subscribing from short form. Mostly they will be seeing your short form content, but once in a while YouTube might show them long form content if their niche in the mind matches. For example, let's say I see video about let's say DSLR cameras.
Okay.
And in a short I subscribe to a DSLR channel.
Okay.
Then their DSLR long form content might be shown to me. But if I'm just scrolling some dance videos on Shorts and I subscribe to some video, their long form videos might not be shown to me.
Okay.
So previously it was not okay to have a long form and short form content on the same channel. But from last year or so, now YouTube had made it in a way that you can have your Shorts content on that and long form content as well on the same channel. And sometimes there's an overlap, and that overlap actually helps and does not reduce the value of your overall subscribers.
Very interesting. So what you're trying to say is, of course, YouTube has gone through various evolutions, and so has Shorts as a format.
Right.
And today it is okay to have, for long form as well as short form content on the same channel. But what makes a good short, I think, is going to be a very interesting discussion. That is something that we have recorded a video on, so do check that out. But I just want to take more of your view on Shorts as a format, the evolution story. One of the things that we have started seeing is now Shorts is as a part of search, right? When you're searching videos, Shorts appear in search, as well as some interlinking where some Shorts can be linked to long form content.
True.
So today, if you're thinking from a brand perspective, right, do you think that a brand should be investing Shorts, long, both creating on the same channel, or how would you look at Shorts from a brand perspective?
I would say Shorts basically falls into two categories.
Okay.
One is the viral kind of Shorts, which the person just kind of consumes it on the short self, just scrolling up, and when the person is not doing anything, they'll just open a YouTube and just scroll the Shorts. They're mostly a very different kind of short works, which is like, let's say 30 to 35 seconds of time frame with a viral kind of content, very good quick hook, and some kind of twist in the stories or some beautification of the yes. So yes, that is a different kind of short which is created to go viral.
Okay.
That might not have any useful value.
Okay.
There's another kind of shorts which get listed in the search results as well. For example, you have some keyword and you created a quick shot on that keyword, And now somebody searching on YouTube, you will see that there are short results as well as long results. So some people wants to get quick answer of a problem. So they just want to see maybe one shot or two shot and they are done with. But some people wants to understand it in a longer formats, so they want to see the long form. So depending on your niche, because viral shorts work on a very wider niche, and these search-based shorts works on a very close kind of small niche. So both works, but in a different way.
Fair, and it is fair to say, of course, that your viral is going to give you a lot more views as compared to something which is search based. I also want to know from you. You mentioned something about keywords, right? When somebody is searching, right? So when a brand is creating content, essentially you are saying keep in mind what kind of audience or what is the utility essentially of this short, right?
True.
But beyond that, when you are, let's say, writing a title, right? Because in a long format video, you have a lot more information to give. You have descriptions, tags, etc., right? Whereas shorts, that's fairly limited. So how would you optimize, let's say, a short?
Yeah, short I would say is initial hook. Normally it's around 2 to 3 seconds hook. That is the most important part of it. And how you tell a story is also very different from a long form content. For example, this video is a long form content and we are kind of slowly discussing stuff and talking about things. But in shorts, it's like the person does not have too much time. So you have to tell it very quickly in 30, 40 seconds and complete it. And you cannot use all those hums and hums and taking pauses, and all those things are not actually useful there. So you just make your hook and short content specific set of lines. You give them very quick. You do a lot of quick editing, very fast editing. So fast speaking, fast editing, and quick and precise content is what works on shorts.
Interesting. So just coming back on comparison with long form, I think one of the questions we always have in mind is the monetization angle, and we kind of started our conversation with that we did not have a very strong view of shorts because of monetization.
True.
Is monetization something? So let's say there is a brand which says that I want to create only a shorts channel, right? Is it now a lot more viable business or a lot more viable strategy, I would say, from a monetization standpoint than it was, say, a couple of years ago?
If somebody is only thinking of starting shorts channel, then the person should target a very wider niche and viral kind of shorts. Because that alone can give a huge number of visitors to your channel and can bring in lots of traffic very fast. And it can be millions of traffic per short as well. And on the other side, on search side, the numbers are very less. And monetization wise from YouTube, there are other ways to monetize as well. For example, if you have more than 1 million subscribers, there are many sponsored deals, etc. for the individual creator. But for a shorts only channel, if you want to grow it to large scale, you have to choose a nice, a very big niche and a very viral kind of shorts. For a brand who wants to start a shorts only channel, I would suggest that a better option is to create a long form content, and from that long form content, very quick small snippets of very useful information can be used as a very, I would say, very fast kind of a shorts creation. So that would help the channel and the brand, because going a viral way for a brand might not be very easy and might not be really aligned with the goal of the brand and the goal of the shorts channel. But when you create a long form content and create shorts with that, then that goes with the normally with the goals of the brand itself.
Interesting. So we are seeing a general trend where a lot of podcasts especially, right, have one channel which is for long form detailed conversations, 3 hours, 4 hours, and then they have a separate shorts channel which is, it could be called snippets or whatever, right? What is the thinking behind that? And if you have to choose one, you have of course told that it's okay to have both on the same channel, but if you would segregate, why would you segregate, and when would be a right time to segregate?
See, people, let's say I have a channel, long form channel on stock market analysis, let's say, okay, and I want to create a quick shorts video which is for personal finance, because that is my niche and stock market is also my niche. But they might not go together, because a person who is trading on share market might not be too much interested in personal finance. But personal finance is such a huge niche, and stock market is such a small niche, that I would prefer to keep them separate. So that way I can create a very short and twisty and viral kind of video on personal finance, explaining things in a very specific way which works in shorts.
But you would not essentially cut long videos, take out snippets from those?
So that can work for smaller niche, as I said. For example, if I'm explaining something in stock market, trading something, and there's a very small concept which I can explain in 1 minute, then I would do that in the stocks channel itself, and
understood.
not on a new one.
Understood. So you're basically saying treat shorts as a niche itself, unless until you see a need that, okay, this part of my long form content has come out well, and then use the same channel. Otherwise, create a different channel altogether.
Yeah. So viral kind of shorts needs to have that kind of affiliation with the channel, that every new short is useful for all the people who have subscribed and is of wider niche. While on a long form content, your niche is very small, and your content is not supposed to be like going viral. So you create a short on that, and the people who are already on that channel, it's more useful for them, and there's a lot of I would say a lot of what is
Overlap.
Overlap, yes, a lot of overlap in between shorts video and long video, and that overlap is visible clearly in the analytics.
Very interesting. My very fundamental question that I speak from to a lot of brand marketers today, who say that let's create a short and let's also use it on Instagram. Right? I know that you've been playing on Instagram, right? So do you think that's a viable strategy? Does that work? Which is, if you've created a short, good, just go ahead and change the logo or whatever, change the subscribe call and use it on Instagram.
Yeah. In some cases it works. For example, in entertainment, in beauty, makeup, fashion, all these niches, yes, it works. But we have seen some instances in finance as well, but this has not worked very well in finance. Though we have seen some instances where we tried on Instagram and very quickly we reached 100K subscribers.
In 70 days, yes.
Yeah. So in some cases we have seen it working, but normally shorts video on YouTube is slightly different than Instagram and TikTok or maybe Facebook.
Interesting. So by and large, the point of the conversation is shorts is extremely viable for brands, and brands should now be looking at shorts more.
Yes, absolutely. And shorts can bring in, for example, when you have a niche channel for long form video and you create shorts, so it helps in two ways. The one is the overlap, and the second thing is from that niche you get subscribers to your channel, which might be in a longer run interested in your long form content.
I think that's been great. Thank you.
Yeah.